What's going on, y'all? So the Cleveland Browns are going to decide to start old-ass Joe Flacco, who got to be about 40 right about now. You know what I'm saying? The guy who got a Super Bowl ring with the Baltimore Ravens, as we know, like 1,000 years ago. But since then has not been doing anything. He had a nice little year with the Browns, 2 years ago when Deshaun Watson fell off. And then the other thing they're doing is they have Sheduer Sanders in is fourth on the depth chart for quarterback. Listen, I'm an Eagles fan. I don't give a shit about the Cleveland Browns. So from that standpoint, I don't really care. But the only thing I can say about this move is, this is why they're the Browns. You know what I mean? This is why they're the Browns. And this is why they're the bottom of the NFL, because they make decisions like this. I don't know what their problem is with Sheduer or what it is. I don't even know why they waited this long to even draft him. What I heard from someone is that the owner didn't want him or doesn't. Why? But you wanted the what? Dillon Gabriel? That's what you want? All right, good. Go get Dillon Gabriel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, don't draft a guy whose father is an all-time great, right? Let's not draft him. Let's not draft a guy who had the pleasure of being able to train with Tom Brady and get all the little details and those things that you need to be a good quarterback. Let's not do that. Let's be on some dumb shit, right? Like pick dudes for other reasons that have nothing to do with IQ, clutchness, winning, understanding the fundamentals. Let's not do that. Hell, let's not even pick the dude that's going to sell me jerseys. Let's not pick the dude that's going to get me ratings. Let's do some other shit. You know what I mean? So, good for the Browns. That's why your team is trash. That's why you really haven't had anybody since Jim Brown. He's the only dude that you had that in your history is really somebody. You know what I mean? Y'all started to have something until your old owners, who's really the Ravens. Anyway, people say y'all a legacy organization. No, you're not. For real, the Ravens are the real Browns. For real, if we're going to talk the history of the NFL, this Browns organization, who are you? For real. So that's the way I'm looking at it. Who are you? For real. Anyway, so, good. Keep doing this dumb stuff. And I'm sure the Pittsburgh Steelers will be happy. I'm sure Cincinnati will be happy. And I'm sure, the Ravens, who are the real Browns, will be happy anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, keep doing what you're doing, man. So you got him as fourth, and for whatever reason, you just didn't draft him. Y'all just kept letting it go to the fifth round. And there's a lot of teams that I put in that category. I wish Howie Roseman would have just drafted him. You know what I mean? So that way we can continue to take a poop on the league, because this whole league is dumb. For real. You know what I'm saying? And I don't buy it. The GMs and all them see stuff. No, they don't. If the GMs were as smart as y'all thought, Patrick Mahomes would have been the number one overall pick. Lamar Jackson would have been the number one overall pick. Tom Brady would have been number one overall pick. So these GMs are overrated. They don't know. They're not good at their job. This is why Howie Roseman is able to run circles around them. Most of them are trash. And it just is what it is. With the exception of a few. So, whatever. I guess the Browns are going to play this little game. Now, the only thing that would make sense to me, I would understand if Sheduer was QB2 and you went with Flacco for the purpose of letting Sheduer learn from the QB1 with the intention of him taking over late in the season and being a starter from next year on. That I could understand. There are a lot of smart coaches who do that. Among them, Andy Reid. He did that with Donovan McNabb, and he did it with Patrick Mahomes. Now, that I can understand. But to put him at QB, 4? For what? You know what I'm saying? You really think Dillon Gabriel going to be your guy? Okay, cool. You might as well go ahead and trade Sheduer, man. Because he's too good to like not start somewhere in the league, he's going to start somewhere in the league. I can just tell that just by the way he played. You know what I mean? So these little dumb teams doing dumb things, it don't bother me. As long as it ain't my organization. You know what I mean? And keep prioritizing things over winning and over who's the better player. And you'll continue to do what you're doing, which is be trash. So, whatever, man. I ain't stressing out over these teams. I'm just laughing at them. You know what I'm saying? So, that's all I got on that. It's ridiculous. It's dumb. You know what I mean? And you reap what you sow. I'll see y'all. Peace out.